was fair as an angel of air, and light rumour spoke well of her. Gwydion knew Madog's fair daughter, that any whose daughter might hope to be wedded if wishes came true. Over the oak below fair breezes gently blow, under the autumn show thunders the sea. Mender he kenned her, befriender he tenderly captured a raven by setting her free. Rumour quite kissed her, but spoke of her sister, a sorceress, cunning and cruel and cold. Glazog would fly as remote as the sky, her aloneness as wide as her wings could enfold. Over the oak below fair breezes gently blow, under the autumn show thunders the sea. Mender he kenned her, befriender he tenderly captured a raven by setting her free. Airy is held for a dragon's enspelled, her foe mighty, my kingdom, yet none can prevail. Well will I pay you, my son, if you slay him, but death will be yours if you fight him and fail. Over the oak below fair breezes gently blow, under the autumn show thunders the sea. Mender he kenned her, befriender he tenderly captured a raven by setting her free. Gwydion riding with Owain beside him, as hero is welcomed with feasting and fame. Roses have thorns, as he learns in the morning, for Airy and Glazog are one and the same. Over the oak below fair breezes gently blow, under the autumn show thunders the sea. Mender he kenned her, befriender he tenderly captured a raven by setting her free. Wake, for the dragon is liegeman to Madog, and Glazog says drink if you dare follow through. Jeweled and plain are the cups he might gain, and she grants him a wish, but demands of him too. Over the oak below fair breezes gently blow, under the autumn show thunders the sea. Mender he kenned her, befriender he tenderly captured a raven by setting her free. Gwydion ruler was raised as no fool, and he sees keeping faith is his only reply. Love me his wish, and to make it official he takes up the plainer cup, drinking it dry. Over the oak below fair breezes gently blow, under the autumn show thunders the sea. Mender he kenned her, befriender he tenderly captured a raven by setting her free. Mender he kenned her, befriender he tenderly captured a raven by setting her free.
You began by the sea in the land that you love, with the eyes of a fox and the heart of a dove. With an innocent heart and a harp in your hand, you followed your thoughts to the riddle's bright strands. Shapeshifter, the wind holds your story, the earth and the stone and the sun feel the glory. Shapeshifter, how could you imagine the humble enchantment of land meeting soul? The bird on the wing or the beast on the hoof, the patter of feet on the eaves of the roof. From the smallest of creatures to the leaf on the hill, you are all of these things now, so hush and be still. Shapeshifter, the wind holds your story. The earth and the stone and the sun feel the glory. Shapeshifter, how could you imagine the humble enchantment of land meeting soul? You stood in the cold till your feet they took root, your toes in the earth and your fingers the shoots. In the silence and cold and the ice you have part, but the memory of friends warms a wood at your heart. Shapeshifter, the wind holds your story. The earth and the stone and the sun feel the glory. Shapeshifter, how could you imagine the humble enchantment of land meeting soul? The handwork of legends is marked on your brow. The hardship and pain, is it worth it all now? They whisper your name on the wind and the breeze, and listen for answers to give their minds ease. Shapeshifter, the wind holds your story. The earth and the stone and the sun feel the glory. Shapeshifter, how could you imagine the humble enchantment of land meeting soul?
Had we as mortals met, I would have loved you well. We might be loving yet, as life and luck would tell. The star of morning fell, but still the stars are bright, the jewels of the night, of kindness or of praise, I'd never thought to hear, nor met in all my days, a man who didn't fear, where trust is scarce and dear, where hearts are made of stone. I'd love for that alone. Dying had its pains, but joys I also find, drinking from your veins, drinking from your mind, and both of these combined, which more I couldn't choose, but neither would I lose. Your fledgling is a fool, I never thought it through, the blood that binds a ghoul might work on vampires too. Of course I never knew until it was too late, for choosing love or hate. It seems that we are loath to trust our new made kin, and thus you've barred us both from all that might have been. We end as we begin, we harvest as we sow, prophecy was told. A youngster of the clan Tremere will rise against the old. Long the elders pondered and a stern solution found, that all who of the blood are got shall by the blood be bound. Magic's key is magic, nothing comes for free. You sacrifice the sight of day to glimpse eternity. With mastery comes misery, you father what you fear. The fledgling one of you will slay the clan Tremere. Seeking only safety, spurning what is right. The tighter that you pull the rein, the more the horse must fight. The tighter that you clench your fist, the less your hand can hold. The prophecy you fear, your very caution will unfold. Magic's key is magic, nothing comes for free. You sacrifice the sight of day to glimpse eternity. With mastery comes misery, you father what you fear. The card that one of you will slay the clan Tremere. By your own defenses, your wall shall be unmade. You breed your own betrayal where you fear yourself betrayed. For loyalty must run two ways or know itself disdained. How long till we betray your trust where trust cannot be gained? Magic's key is magic, nothing comes for free. You sacrifice the sight of day to glimpse eternity. With mastery comes misery, you father what you fear. The fledgling one of you will slay the clan Tremere. No blessing can't be twisted, no roses bear of thorn, and heaven hath no fury like the fledglings that you scorn. And almost I could pity you, for have you never thought, perhaps it's even now too late, and all your care for naught. Magic's key is magic, nothing comes for free. You sacrifice the sight of day to glimpse eternity. With mastery comes misery, you father what you fear. The fledgling one of you will slay the clan Tremere.
Late this morning I heard the rifles. Bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. Late this morning I heard the rifles, and it is time for me to go. The fairest flower in all the mountains. Bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. The fairest flower in all the mountains is the black rose that sets us free. We will join her and fight together. Bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. We will join her and fight together, or we will surely die alone. The winter's coming, the snows are on us. Bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. The winter's coming, the snows are on us. Now we must build fires of our own. The hungry servants have stopped complaining. Bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. The hungry servants have stopped complaining, and all the masters wonder why. Inside his castle the king is sleeping. Bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. Inside his castle the king is sleeping, and must be sure he sleeps too long. A tattered banner as black as midnight. Bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. A tattered banner as black as midnight. Can't tell you where my love has gone. Late this morning I heard the rifles. Bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. Late this morning I heard the rifles, and it is time for me to go. Late this morning I heard the rumbles. Belly chow, belly chow, belly chow, chow, chow. Late this morning I heard the rumbles, and it is time for breakfast now. The finest flour is in our muffins. Belly chow, belly chow, belly chow, chow, chow. The finest flour is in our muffins, and the black coffee starts our day. Will you join me? We'll lunch together. Belly chow, belly chow, belly chow, chow, chow. Will you join me? We'll lunch together, or I will surely dine alone. The waiter's coming, he shows the wine list. Belly chow, belly chow, belly chow, chow, chow. The waiter's coming, he shows the wine list. We choose a clear, fine Sauvignon. Our hungry stomachs have stopped complaining. Belly chow, belly chow, belly chow, chow, chow. Our hungry stomachs have stopped complaining, and all the master chefs know why. Inside the oven our supper's heating. Belly chow, belly chow, belly chow, chow, chow. Inside the oven our supper's heating. Let us be sure we feed the dog. A tattling fridge light that shines at midnight. Belly chow, belly chow, belly chow, chow, chow. A tattling fridge light that shines at midnight can show you where my love has gone. Late this morning I heard the rumbles. Belly chow, belly chow, belly chow, chow, chow. Late this morning I heard the rumbles, and it is time for breakfast now.
I guard the mourner for summer's demise. I am the trickster of fairy. I am the youngster, more clever than wise, untutored, unfettered, unwary. I am the leaf painter, sometimes I deign to make lace that will melt in the morning. I herald a harvest of blessing and bane, a promise I bring and a warning. Life is a carousel laden with mirth. Reach for the ring as it passes. Harvest time bounty turns swiftly to dearth. Fill up your bowls and your glasses. The leaves, they are burning in color so rare. The wind picks the brightest for wearing. But winter, she dances with stars in her hair, turned away cold and uncaring. Summer was hot, it was golden and bright, but death there can be no denying. Make your own warmth now and make your own light, for the storms of the winter come crying. The dead who forsook us are gathering near as Hallows Eve opens the portal. The wind walks beside you to breathe in your ear. Remember, oh man, you are mortal.
Haven't the measure of these people yet, but I've learned to ignore all the comments I get. It's, who was that girl with the flaming red hair? As if I should tell them, as if I should care. Well, I'm looking for someone, and I haven't much time. And if he doesn't answer for all of my calling, he's no friend of mine. And where are you now? Jack in the green, Jack in the green. Where are you going hiding? You should have been here. Needed you here, needing you now. Shouldn't have to go looking for you. I'm living in hiding, I'm living in fear, and I'm not at all certain I'll be here next year. It's me and one other, our backs to the wall. The Jack doesn't help us, we've no chance at all. I was told as a youngster, you can trust the green man. But my faith and my patience are running out fast. I don't know if I can, and where are you now? Jack in the green, Jack in the green. Where are you going hiding? You should have been here. I needed you here, I'm needing you now. Shouldn't have to go looking for you. We've 3 acres left and the fences are down. We'll soon be replaced by another piece of this town. Most of the seedlings are already gone, and they'll come to kill my trees well before long. But I mustn't stop hoping in the time I have left. For whatever crime did we ever commit to deserve such a death? And where are you now? Jack in the green, Jack in the green. Where are you going hiding? You should have been here. I needed you here, I need you here now. I shouldn't have to go looking. Where are you now? Jack in the green, Jack in the green. Where are you going hiding? You should have been here. I needed you here, needing you now. I shouldn't have to go looking for you.
I want to understand you, and I fear I never will. You stymied every plan I had, you saw me learn to kill. I meant to steal your life and world, your title and your gains. Yet you called me brother, and the name you gave remains. I am not what you are, although your face I wear, sculpted as your mirror with most patient, painful care. Mothered in deception, hatreds of your history have warped my flesh and bone. I have met your father and led him close to death. Gray as any ghost, I've seen him fight for every breath. I knew him as a murderer, the foe of every good. But I, who am no better, would have eased him if I could. I am not what you are, although your face I wear, sculpted as your mirror with most painful patient care, mothered in deception, for war and murder grown. The hatreds of your history have warped my flesh and bone. I have met your mother, she seems to see me whole, to know my every memory, each scar across my soul. She weighs the world so carefully, she sees in shades of gray, still expecting miracles from crushed and twisted clay. I am not what you are, although your face I wear, sculpted as your mirror with most painful patient care, mothered in deception, for war and murder grown. The hatreds of your history have warped my flesh and bone. Your people gave me welcome, and your form they smiled to see. Their kindnesses were bitter, for they weren't meant for me. Your home, your rank, your memory, your duties and your face, your mother's, God forbid that I should have them in your place. I am not what you are, although your face I wear, sculpted as your mirror with most painful patient care, mothered in deception, for war and murder grown. The hatreds of your history have warped my flesh and bone. I want to understand you, now I fear the chance is lost. I had so much to say to you, I'm bankrupt of the cost. Half of me still hates you as the source of all my pains. But years ago you marked me, and the name you gave remains. I am lost and frightened in a strange and foreign land, in a game that's played to rules I don't begin to understand. I must learn to live, and learning is a crossbow to my hand. Where will I be in my age? You are old and bitter, and a drunkard you appear, but the liquor is a shield that blunts the edge of pain and fear, for the darkness at your shoulder threatens all that you hold dear. Where will you be in your age? Half against my will the force begins to rise and burn, and it seems that I must master or be mastered in my turn, and there's only you to teach me in the lessons I must learn. Where will I be in my age? But I sense the taint upon you when the dark side you did call, and I fear what you might be, and that you finally might fall. And I pity you, and that I think would hurt you worst of all. Where will you be in your age? Though I fear for you and fear you, I can see we have to try, for I need the help you offer, and I can't the need deny. We will either fall much to achieve. Learning to dance and to sing and recite, learning to sew and to spin and to weave, my mother's young lady, my father's delight, making such trinkets as fitted my place, tapestry, broidery, ribbon, and lace. But no joy lasts forever, the sparrow must fall. An envious neighbor lord fired our keep. Barefoot I fled from the wreck of the hall. My father, my family, slain in their sleep. Sifting the ashes, I found there no trace. Tapestry, broidery, ribbon, and lace. I learned in my travels where gallantry ends, a penniless lady in wintry lands. I worked for a merchant, I learned how to fence, the sword and the scrubbing brush hardened my hands. My dreams, they turned wistful on comfort and grace. Tapestry, broidery, ribbons, and lace. And when my 2 feet took me homeward again, I met on the road that proud neighbor of old. He started a fight that he thought he could win. I went through his pockets to gather his gold. Weeping for losses no coin could replace. Tapestry, broidery, ribbon, and lace. The riches I gathered this cottage did yield. My name and my lineage no villager knows. In the time I can spare from the flock and the field, under my needle embroidery grows. For these be my dowry, my memories, my fates, my tapestry, broidery, ribbon, and lace. Tapestry, broidery, ribbon, and lace. On an old and spavined plowing horse she rode up to the gate, crying, "Hearken to the tale I am required to relate. I was born to be a bard, and I'm afraid the hour's late. If you'll show me to my room, I would be glad to set things straight." The bard she had awakened stood and laughed the girl to scorn. As any little baby knows, a bard is made, not born. 'Tis discipline and care will pluck the rose amongst the thorn, that cometh not to croaking jays or crows among the corn. They shut the gates upon her, but she wouldn't go away. She stayed and pestered patiently, and nothing would gainsay. And when at last they tested her, they found a singing jay. And thus it was our own Victorianna came to stay. A youngster struck the bardy gates with vigor and with force. The bards replied regretfully, "We fear you've no recourse. Your sister is a bard trainee, quite set upon her course." The youngster said, "Excuse me, I've come to get the horse."
I have a little cottage, and I farm the darkling moor, betwixt two petty kingdoms that seem constantly at war. I've often made a habit of securing me a place where I can see who's winning and just who is losing face. Oh, goodness gracious, gracious me, look at all them buggers flee, scattered high and driven low. Goodness gracious, watch 'em go. There's often others wandering, and they often come in pairs. They're coming for adventure or because of stupid dares. I chase them from the seedlings as they hunt for goblin tribes. They're stupid young adventurers, they're lucky to come out alive. Oh, goodness gracious, gracious me, look at all them buggers flee, scattered high and driven low. Goodness gracious, watch 'em go. There once was one who faltered upon my cottage door. He'd found some excitement, surely his condition it was poor. In gratitude he left me with a curious device. His foes were spotted near, next day he bolted off to fight. Oh, goodness gracious, gracious me, look at all them buggers flee, scattered high and driven low. Goodness gracious, watch 'em go. The curio the fighter left came with instructions sure, with springs and gears and shiny glass my problems it would cure. When war came near I set it out and turned its little key. It grew a beast with fuming craw, the army turned on heel to flee. Oh, goodness gracious, gracious me, look at all them buggers flee, scattered high and driven low. Goodness gracious, watch 'em go. I have some peace and quiet, and I watch my seedlings grow. My sheep are fat and fluffy like a bank of driven snow. The bandits don't come near me, and the armies they think twice of coming near the peasant and her marvelous device. Oh, goodness gracious, gracious me, look at all them buggers flee, scattered high and driven low. Goodness gracious, watch 'em go.
Count the white horses you meet on the way. Count the white horses, child, day after day. Count the white horses till 7 if you wish on the 7th your wish will come true. Count the white horses you meet on the way. Count the white horses, child, day after day. Count the white horses till 7 if you wish on the 7th your wish will come true. I counted them up as the lullaby said. One by the mayor's house, one by the shed, one in the lane. When the 7th I'd see, I'd wish on the 7th a hero to be. Count the white horses you meet on the way. Count the white horses, child, day after day. Count the white horses till 7 if you wish on the 7th your wish will come true. One in the pasture ridge by the back door, 2 by the orchard, and 1 that makes 4. Each day I counted and kept them in mind, but somehow the 7th I never could find. Count the white horses you meet on the way. Count the white horses, child, day after day. Count the white horses till 7 if you wish on the 7th your wish will come true. But yesterday morning I saw the whole fair, the horses and horse dealers gathering there. I saw 6 white horses and bright as a flame. The 7th I wished and she called me by name. Count the white horses you meet on the way. Count the white horses, child, day after day. Count the white horses till 7 if you wish on the 7th your wish will come true. I'll be a hero as soon as I'm grown. The 7th horse chose me and I'm not alone. I poke up the fire with branches and bark and sing my own lullaby here in the dark. Count the white horses you meet on the way. Count the white horses, child, day after day. Count the white horses till 7 if you wish on the 7th your wish will come true. Count the white horses you meet on the way. Count the white horses, child, day after day. Count the white horses till 7 if you wish on the 7th your wish will come true. Thanks.
Upon the mighty starship they call the Enterprise, things can get exciting and time sure really flies. But in between adventures the hours drag all day. The crew will get together and you can hear them say, let's go to 10 forward and drink some Syntha beer and do the Star Trek polka. The Borg are all forgotten and Q is far away. No entity is threatening, the engines are okay. Wesley's off at Starfleet, Laura's blown to bits. Let's go have a party, this boredom gives me fits. Let's go to 10 forward and drink some Syntha beer and do the Star Trek polka. Geordie's rigged a holographic German polka band. With Picard's tin whistle, the music's well in hand. Riker's hanging round, his salacious grinning face is scaring all the women as he slinks around the place. Let's go to 10 forward and drink some Syntha beer and do the Star Trek polka. Data's giving lessons on how to sing and prance. He's familiar with a million different forms of dance. Worf is left off grumbling, he thought this would be dumb. It's close enough to combat for him to have some fun. Let's go to 10 forward and drink some Syntha beer and do the Star Trek polka. Beverly is dancing and lets loose a wild shriek. Despite her Scottish background, she's a polka dancing freak. Deanna's goal tonight is to dance with every boy. She says it's therapeutic, she senses loads of joy. Let's go to 10 forward and drink some Syntha beer and do the Star Trek polka. They take their mission serious, they wear their name with pride, but few are ever privy to their secret wild side. They barely raise their eyebrows to a total system crash. What really gets them going is a polka party bash. Let's go to 10 forward and drink some Syntha beer and do the Star Trek polka.
Your hair stands like a beacon, like sunlight on the snow. Your bloodline's written deep upon your face, and others know. An awesome sword of power nestles gleaming at your side. A fearful thing, both fair and fell, and not a thing for pride. Morgaine, lay your weapons by, and watch the stars above. There's now one who will guard your back. He knows not why, in strength find love. Your burden drives you onward as so few can understand. Security, illusion in a gate-ridden land. While kingdoms fight for power and warriors fight for fame, you fight for things that no one sees, they vilify your name. Morgaine, lay your weapons by and watch the stars above. There's now one who will guard your back. He knows not why. In strength find love. If you could ask for someone to trust and stand beside, your past would call you foolish, your cautions say he lied. As pain and duty take its toll, you learn the coward's part, but one who sees does not believe, believing in your heart. Morgaine, lay your weapons by and watch the stars above. There's now one who will guard your back. He knows not why. In strength find love.
Uncraeft the pain that no power can salve. You weren't the king the land wanted to have. Drought withers the pastures and dries up the streams. Uncraeft it whispers through all of my dreams. Fighting to salvage what kingdom remains, I read from the plaster that pay for my pains. My tie to the lion no magic redeems. Uncraeft it whispers through all of my dreams. Uncraeft the half-king that's better than none. I stayed and I labored and let my foe run. What's left to me now but to fight for my schemes? Uncraeft it whispers through all of my dreams. Fighting to salvage what kingdom remains, I read from the plaster the pay for my pains. My tie to the lion no magic redeems. Uncraeft it whispers through all of my dreams. Uncraeft I see through the battlefield mud. Freelorn is come with my payment in blood. The lion, our sire, will turn from my screams. Uncraeft it whispers through all of my dreams. Fighting to salvage what kingdom remains, I ride from the plaster the pay for my pains. My tie to the lion no magic redeems. Uncraeft it whispers through all of my dreams.
When in the summer I came to the woodlands to hear the brook murmur and give my replies, the Lord of the forest came silently to me with sun-dappled antlers and ageless dark eyes. In autumn we gathered the sweet elderberries, in winter we walked in the silence of snow. In springtime we danced through the greenwood rejoicing. He leapt into summer, but I dared not go. The seasons danced on and I plodded behind them, alone in my sorrow and heavy with shame. Still I was haunted by echoes of laughter, and here in the forest he whispers my name. Huntress, I seek you, to know you and be you, for I have learned much since my fears stilled my dance. Now I have come full of knowledge within me to join with my love in the forest's expanse. Here in the moonlight I dance in the clearing. The call of the huntress rings clear on the breeze. The Lord of the forest now bugles his answer, and shadows come moving beneath the tall trees. Like wind in the oak leaves he murmurs his greeting. Love, will you dance with me summer to spring? I make no promise, but life full of living. I ask for no gift, but the living you bring. I breathe my answer out into the night wind. I ask no more than the promise you give. Yes, I will join you as seasons go turning. Yes, I will offer the dance that I live.
I was born one morning with the wind in the grass. I picked up my notebooks and I headed for class. I read 16 tomes. The teacher said, cool. And by the way, have you thought of graduate school? You read poems and what do you find? You're another night older and further behind. Oh, baby, don't you call me up to come and have fun, 'cause I ain't going nowhere till the thesis is done. If you see me coming, better step aside. There'll be books all over if we chance to collide, and a blizzard of papers coming down through the night. If the notebook doesn't get you, then the manual might. You read 16 tomes, and what do you find? You're another night older and further behind. Oh, baby, don't you call me up to come and have fun, 'cause I ain't going nowhere till the thesis is done. 16 tomes, what do you find? You're another night older and further behind. Oh, baby, don't you call me up to come and have fun, 'cause I ain't going nowhere till the thesis is done. You can tell it on the mountain, in the valley far below, but you need to tell the craftsmen what they all already know. From the author at her keyboard to the woodwright at his lathe, every act of creation is an act of faith. From the rancher mending fences with the wire she has found, to the farmer on his tractor putting seed corn in the ground. In this world of hate and anger, it's easy to destroy. Every act of creation is an act of joy. You got to tell it on the mountain, in the valley far below, but you need to tell the craftsmen what they already know. From the author at her keyboard to the woodwright at his lathe, every act of creation is an act of faith. So we make our art and music, but we know it will be flawed. Yet in striving to do better, we are reaching out to God. We are reaching for perfection. It's not beyond our scope. Every act of creation is an act of hope. You got to tell it on the mountain, in the valley far below, but you need to tell the craftsmen what they already know. From the author at her keyboard to the woodwright at his lathe, every act of creation is an act of faith. Though you work with words or music, living things or stone or glass, if you don't love what you're making, it will never come to pass. From the drawings of a child to the works of God above, every act of creation is an act of love. You got to tell it on the mountain, in the valley far below, but you need to tell the craftsmen what they already know. From the author at her keyboard to the woodwright at his lathe, every act of creation is an act of faith. You can tell it on the mountain, in the valley far bright and it's a slave. Every act of creation is an act of grace. Someone called me from the darkness, and I answered quick and dumb, and I reckon I'd be vampire Chow if rescue hadn't come. Well, I hit the carpet running, and I didn't shut the door. I don't guess I'm gonna answer when a stranger calls no more, 'cause I've been there, done that, learned what I should know, got the footprints on my t-shirt, got the bruises I can show. Yes, I've been there, done that, learned to recognize when it's time to call for backup by the frenzy in their eyes. I got called out on a werewolf when the moon was full and fair, and I picked him up on 2nd Street and tracked him to his lair. Now he's backed into the darkness and he's watching with a grin. I ain't dumb, I ain't expendable, and I ain't going in, 'cause I've been there, done that, learned what I should know, got the footprints on my t-shirt, got the bruises I can show. Yes, I've been there, done that, learned to recognize when it's time to call for backup by the frenzy in their eyes. Now mages aren't real popular, they're stingy with their plans, they're tight-lipped about their secrets, and they don't have many fans. But if you wind up all scorched, you only have yourself to blame. I don't recommend you push 'em when their hands are full of flame, 'cause I've been there, done that, learned what I should know, got the footprints on my t-shirt, got the bruises I can show. Yes, I've been there, done that, learned to recognize when it's time to call for backup by frenzy in their eyes. Yes, I've been there, done that, learned what I should know, got the footprints on my t-shirt, got the bruises I can show. Yes, I've